Erica, I might be fucking exhausted by the beginning of next week, to say the least. Wanna know why? Because the amount of freaking wrestling that's gonna be on this week. Raw, which you're seeing right now, NXT, Dynamite, SmackDown, Saturday Night's Main Event, Great American Bash, all in Texas. I mean, damn. And also Evolution on Sunday. Oh my fucking god, bro. How much is too much, to say the least? What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing today? Welcome to episode of Lucas C. Allen, to say the least. For Monday Night Raw, July 7, 2025 review. We're always going to say just YouTube. I'll have a little announcement I share about later on in this very upload, to say the least. We'll discuss that then. And also a lot more content stuff, to say the least, as well. Now until we discuss your Monday Night Raw, July 7, 2025 review. I want to get right into the show. By the way, follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Lucas Ian. Oh, freaking TikTok will be in the United States. Some stupid new apps coming around. I hope the guy don't have to fucking sign up for that shit. That'd be fucking ridiculous, I feel. That's just me, how I feel about that, to say the least. Fucking politics do not exist on this podcast, to say the least, for reasons like that. Also, Facebook is still technically no limits to Lucas. Watch on YouTube. Hit the like button, today's video. Hit the subscribe button and turn on bell for all post notifications, and hit a comment in this video. What do you think of Monday Night Raw for July 7th of 2025? Now let's get into review, shall we? Starting with Seth Rollins and his group of Bronson Reed, Bron Breakker, and Paul Heyman. Made their way to the ring, and Rollins looked for the microphone from Paul Heyman, like a good old Roman Reigns type thing. But Bron Breakker grabbed the microphone and verbally attacked Sami Zayn, and also Bronson Reed after. Bronson Reed also wanted the microphone after and said that he would beat some respect into Jey Uso. And Paul Heyman said the Empire reigns supreme, and Rollins lastly said, "Welcome to Monday Night Rollins." Formulaic fucking starts of Monday Night Raw. People are going to get up in arms with this big time feel deal of Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker finally speaking. Like we didn't fucking see them speak in the past, people. What's the big deal about that, to say the least? I don't understand the hype for that whatsoever. This promo's not even that great in general. It was soft for what it was, but still. Very forgettable. Also, Kairi Sane defeats Roxanne Perez. Another fucking roll-up finish. What else is fucking new? And after match, Perez and Raquel Rodriguez attacked Sane more until Asuka made the save for Kairi Sane. With Kabuki Warriors now the final entrant, the WWE Women's Championship Tag Team title match, Evolution, the Fatal 4-Way. I have a problem with that, honestly. Not that I have a problem with Kabuki Warriors in that title match. I'm get it twisted. But how can Charlotte and Alexa get qualifying matches for the SmackDown side? And same thing with Sol Ruka and Zarya. But the Kabuki Warriors get a free fucking bye. How the fuck does that make any sense, Triple H? I don't get that whatsoever, to say the least. We're going to discuss that, though. Some Bron Breakker defeats Sami Zayn. I liked the little bit of a squash match they had here to a point. Remember, Sami Zayn got attacked by Karrion Kross and his injured ribs and everything at the top of the entranceway. So they lay away for Bron Breakker, hit not one, not two, not three, but I think it was 4 spears to Sami Zayn. Or was it 3? 3 or 4 spears doesn't fucking matter. We're going to discuss that. Some Becky Lynch, the reigning defending WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion, had a promo about her WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship defense at Evolution against Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. And both women interrupted Lynch, and all 3 women eventually got into a mini brawl after taking verbal shots at each and one another's selves. I enjoy this type of segment, honestly. Might be a hot take. I enjoy this type of segment a lot. You know what? By all means necessary. Minus probably JCJ and Jordan Grace for the Women's Championship at NXT. This is probably the second match I'm looking for on Sunday night. It's Becky Lynch, Bayley, and Lyra Valkyria for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Well, I'd rather have that main event than re-ripping Io Sky. I fucking said it. I'd rather have that match, a triple threat match, main event, than Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. But probably will it? Probably not, to say the least. We're going to discuss that, though. Listen, Jey Uso versus Bronson Reed goes to disqualification after Reed tossed a chair. An announcer tapes tears, to say the least. At Jey to cause that DQ, and Reed hit 2 tsunamis on Uso. Formulaic, boring match, and I don't mind the beatdown afterwards, that's all it is, to say the least. Asuka and Gunther, the reigning defending WWE World Heavyweight Champion, had a final promo ahead of his WWE World Heavyweight Championship defense against Goldberg at Saturday night's main event on July 12th, and said Goldberg was afraid of Gunther, and Goldberg was shown arriving in the car to the arena, and Goldberg punched Gunther to end the segment. And by the way, I gotta be honest with this. It looked like fucking Goldberg was gassed for throwing one fucking punch, what we can call it that, to Gunther. God, Saturday Night can't get to the end of this even more, bro. I am done with Goldberg to umpteenth. Thank God that's the final part for Saturday night. Knock on wood. He comes out of retirement like Ric Flair. Knock on fucking wood, to say the least there. That was the worst. This is the worst thing on the show, to say the least. That's the best thing on the show. It's Seth Rollins defeats Penta in the main event. And after the match, Rollins told Paul Heyman to call Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed to attack Penta even more. And then LA Knight made the save hit a BFT on Rollins to end the show. Like I said, the best thing on the show. We're going to discuss that as well. Very banger main event between Seth Rollins and Penta for sure. Easily the highlight of the fucking show. Other than that, there's nothing much to us discuss in today's podcast. I'm glad you joined. Maybe you saw it. I was going to say it's this week's Monday Night Raw, July 7th, 2025 review on Lucas E. out on YouTube and to say the least for right now. Starting with, you guessed it, Seth Rollins, Mr. Money in the Bank of 2025 himself, and his group of Bronson Reed, Bron Breakker, and Paul Heyman made their way to the ring. And Rollins looked for the microphone like Roman Reigns' S-style. But Bron Breakker grabbed the microphone and verbally attacked Sami Zayn and also Bronson Reed after wanted the microphone and said that he will want to be some respect into Jey Uso. And Paul Heyman said the Empire will reign supreme, and Rollins lastly said, "Welcome to Monday Night Rollins." Formulaic fucking start. This gets a C+. I mean, actually, no, it's not a C+, it's a B-, excuse me. I'll be honest, I didn't mind the stuff that Bron Breakker said. He was very verbally wanting to destroy Sami Zayn. He was he did what he did, to say the least. I didn't mind that part. I actually liked the intensity Bron Breakker had in that promo. And Bronson Reed himself is a similar promo like that too. I like that one quite a bit for Jey Uso. But other than that, I didn't care for this segment. And I'm putting up in arms. Oh, this is such a great thing Triple H is doing. Giving microphone to Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker. Like, we did fucking hear them speak in the past, bro. In NXT, other main roster stuff. Like, bro, come on. Think about this real hard for a brief second, would you please? And put down the phone. And stop tweeting your brains out on Twitter, would you please? And think about this. We already saw these two men, Breakker and Reed, speak in the past. What, because they joined Seth Rollins, they can't honestly talk anymore? It's all Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman. That'd be fucking stupid. So of course they're going to speak here eventually. Probably didn't speak them sooner rather than the past, but you get the point there. But this is a formulaic start to Monday Night Raw. Nothing else even happened either, other than that. And nothing else happened. What else to fucking say about this show other than the opening segment? This gets a B- with nothing else to say. Moving on to Kairi Sane. She defeats Roxanne Perez, and after the match, Perez and Raquel Rodriguez attack Sane until Asuka made the save for Sane, and this gets a C+. It was an okay match. I think these two women could do a lot better, honestly. And also, Asuka and Kairi Sane, the Kabuki Warriors, are the 14th to announce for a fatal foray at Evolution on Sunday for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. I don't mind that, but this is some big-time logic gap here. The Kabuki Warriors didn't get a qualifying match, but Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss from Friday Night SmackDown had to beat the Secret Hervis, and Medium and Beef had to get in. And on NXT, you had Soruka and Zarya had to qualify too. How the fuck does that make any sense there, Triple H? You do qualifying matches for SmackDown and NXT, but Raw gets a free bye what? Because Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez are the women's tag team titles. Win with champions to say the least. That makes no fucking sense at that rate, Triple H. Gotta be honest. That just is a big time fucking logic gap. And much as I love Asuka and Kairi Sane, they are freaking great. Not even shit, I'm shit on fucking lack of creative common sense from Triple H. The fuck was the fucking logic around it, to say the least? This gets a C+. It was a fine match. I hate to fucking finish another fucking women's match and in the goddamn roll-up. Same thing happened on Wednesday night with Mercedes Moné and Mina Shirakawa for a TBS championship. Like, what the fuck are we doing, bro? I swear to God, all in Texas comes around Saturday afternoon. Please don't have her. If Mercedes win that match, don't have her win by the rope. I'm not saying you can't have her win. I just don't have a problem with that. It might be a hot take to some people in IWC. But please don't have it be in a roll-up, please. I am tired of Mercedes winning matches due to fucking roll-ups. She's one of the best fucking wrestlers in the goddamn world. Have her win clean. Would you please there, Tony Khan? You know, it's clean. It's going to get a roll-up. You get the point. Have her hit her finisher or hit the statement maker, to say the least. This Roxanne Perez and Kairi Sane match is over C+. You want to say I didn't care about this? I had to go out to talk about Mercedes Moné for a second. I'm fucking weird, to say the least. This gets a C+. You know what I mean? I'm sorry if you're fucking screaming out somehow. Some stupid fucking kids, to say the least. Not a fan of kids, to say the least, whatsoever. And they're still screaming. Unbelievable. I hope you don't fucking hear that, people in the background. I'm deeply sorry. Moving on to Bron Breakker. He defeats Sami Zayn. Before the match, Karrion Kross came out the entranceway and ran down and attacked Sami Zayn in his bad ribs. Remember last week, I believe, was Sami Zayn against who was he faced last week? Completely forgot already. But he faced a said person, and also it was a tag match with him and Penta against Breakker and Reed. Yeah, that's what it was. In all seriousness, this is a bad ribs where Sami Zayn got attacked backstage from Karrion Kross last week, playing implications with this match, as well with Breakker again is really destroying Sami Zayn. I actually like this quite a bit. This made Bron Breakker one of the badass than he already is, in all honesty. This gets a B, only because the match just wasn't long per se. It was not supposed to be a bar and burn of a classic banger match from Raw. We've seen these two guys have that match already. So don't need to do another match with these two. But more likely to have Bron Breakker destroy Sami Zayn. I didn't mind that whatsoever. Put Sami Zayn on himself, maybe for the rest of the year. That'll be a pipe dream. Having win the 2026 Royal Rumble match in Saudi Arabia, nonetheless. That's what I would do to keep him off the rest of the year, to say the least. He's now working SummerSlam. I would have him keep out the rest of the year and win the 2026 Men's Royal Rumble match in Saudi Arabia. After this, consider I'll give it a B. Moving on to Becky Lynch, the reigning defending WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion, has a promo about her Women's Intercontinental Championship defense at Evolution against Bayley Lyra Valkyria. And both women had interrupted Lynch, and all three women eventually got into a brawl. After Lyra and Bayley had taken shots and you went over at Becky as well. I thought this was a very fun segment. I like the stuff these three women were telling each other in this match segment, to say the least. And by the way, I already said at the top of the show, this is my main event for Evolution. I said it, bro. I think these three women can have a fucking match year contender, in all honesty. For the women's side things. If this falls flat on its face and I look like a fucking idiot, I would say, I'll be the first one to say I look like a fucking idiot. But these three women, the caliber wrestlers they are, Bayley and Becky Lynch, who are the all-time greats. She remembers the horsewoman, you get the point. And Lyra Valkyria is that big up-and-coming type wrestler from the women's division. I think these three can have a kick-ass match. I think they have a match-of-the-year contender for the female side things. I really do. I'm looking forward to this and JCJ and Jordan Grace, believe it or not. More than Rhea Ripley and Io Sky and Trish Stratus and Tiffany Stratton. I'm sorry. I'm just looking forward to those two matches. Trust me, Rhea and Io B probably be very good. It's probably the main event of the show. But I don't know, so I'm main to the triple threat match. And here's more and more fucking scream. I hate fucking kids, people. What do you want me to say? Oh my god, I'm sure you heard that one, didn't you, people? Unbelievable. I record now, all of a sudden these kids come out of fucking nowhere. Unbelievable. I'm sorry you fucking hear it, people. It's outside of my control, to say the least. This gets a B between Becky and Bayley and Lyra as a segment. This is a pretty fun segment, to say the least. I give it a B. Moving on to Jey Uso versus Bronson Reed goes to disqualification after Reed tossed a chair to Jey because at DQ, was the announcer shared Sally's and commentary. And after the match, Reed hit 2 tsunamis on Uso. Formulaic as hell. I didn't enjoy this brawl as much as I did the Sami Zayn and Bron Breakker destruction of Sami Zayn. I didn't care for this whatsoever. We've seen Bronson Reed hit 6 tsunamis on Seth Rollins, so 2 is just a freaking cookie walk. Or cakewalk, to say the least. Cookie. What the fuck is a cookie walk there, Lucas? I don't know, bro. I'm just making up shit for the sake of making up shit, to say the least. But this gets a C+. It wasn't even a fucking match at all. It really wasn't. It really fucking wasn't. C+ is your grade. Then you know there was something worse though on the show, big time. Gunther, the reigning defending WWE World Heavyweight Champion, had a final promo ahead of his WWE World Heavyweight Championship defense against Goldberg at Saturday night's main event on July 12th, this Saturday night, and said Goldberg was afraid of Gunther, and Goldberg, you could probably guess, was shown arriving in a car to the arena, and Goldberg punched Gunther to end the segment. See my ness. This was fucking awful. The fuck was... By the way, Goldberg hit a punch, if I can call it a punch, on Gunther, and this man looked like he was winded right after that. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, Goldberg? What kind of fucking cardio are you doing, bro? I know he's like 56, some years old, 50-some years old, something like that. I'm gonna look this up right now, because I'm fucking curious. How old is fucking Goldberg? Type this on fucking Google right while I'm recording. How old is Goldberg? How old is Goldberg? He's 58 years old. And yet this man is 2025, challenging his final match for World Heavyweight title. Like, are you fucking serious? How am I supposed to believe this man can be the same stratosphere as a fucking for a match for the World Heavyweight title? I get it, it's his final match. God's got good riddance, honestly. But who, seriously, why is, I have no words for this, honestly. Just have Gunther literally destroy this man to umpteenth a billion in his hometown. That is what should be happening. I'm not afraid that Gunther is not going to win. I'm at least knock on wood. He should definitely win. God forbid Triple H does something like that. Have Gunther drop the world title to a 58-year-old fucking Bill Goldberg. Wouldn't that be fucking awful? But that was his final. They said it was his final match. Knock on wood, he says that. He keeps his word in the bargain. Keep knocking on a lot of wood today. But seriously, Goldberg needs to get squashed to the umpteenth degree by Gunther. If not, I don't know what the fuck was the point of this whole time. Like, this segment did nobody any favors. Not Gunther, definitely not Gunther, definitely not even Bill Goldberg, honestly. What's the fucking point of this, bro? And he teased a spear and Gunther just ran, and he retreated. Gunther is retreating from a 58-year-old fucking Bill Goldberg. How fucking stupid and weak does that make Gunther look? And last week, you made it look like a fucking bitch to CM Punk. The fuck are we doing with Gunther here, Triple H? The fuck are we doing? This is your WWE World Heavyweight Champion. You make him look like a little bitch to CM Punk. I don't mind that. CM Punk is a vicious man, don't get me wrong. But Goldberg, a 58-year-old Goldberg, I'm sorry, I can't get behind that. This gets a C-. Long time since a Monday Night Raw segment gets a C-. This is saying a lot. This show's been fucking mid, beyond mid it can be. Moving on to your main event, though. The best thing on the show. We go from the worst thing to the best thing on the show. Seth Rollins. A very big-time banger of a main event. Seth Rollins, Mr. Money in the Bank for 2025, defeats Penta in the main event, like I said. And after the match, Rollins told Paul Heyman to call Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed and attack Penta even more so until LA Knight made the save and hit a BFT, Blood Force trauma on Rollins to end the show. Later, I loved the matchup between Penta and Seth Rollins. These two men had a kick-ass main event. Big great TV banger of a match to say the least. I give it a B plus to say the least as well. Very fun match. It's the best thing on the show, but my god. To have to wait for 3 fucking hours almost, 2.5 to say the least. It's more and more digestible. But to wait 2.5 hours to see this match, even though it's a fucking great match, and main event Raw, I don't mind that whatsoever. And to see that, just get Seth Rollins get a BFT on from LA Knight to Seth Rollins, that's what you're fucking end your show with, is kind of bizarre to me. But I didn't mind the match. The match was freaking very fun, don't get me wrong, like I said. I just didn't care for the outside stuff with LA Knight hitting the BFT on Rollins. It just didn't do me anything favors, to say the least. I know they're building towards Seth Rollins and LA Knight for Saturday night's main event for July 12th of 2025. I get that. I don't mind that. I just didn't care for this type of way to use LA Knight on Monday Night Raw last night. I didn't care for it whatsoever. But the match was freaking more than great, to say the least. Rollins defeats Penta with a stomp, and he hit a low blow in basically his head and low blow for a head on Penta, to say the least. This gets a B+. As Real World Show from Monday Night Raw, July 7, 2025, gets an overall grade of B-. And that is your Monday Night Raw. Actually, I forgot. I have a little bit of a sit-down at the end of the podcast. My dumbass was so dumbfounded by people screaming outside my house that I had to freaking worry about doing my sit-down to say the least. I'm going to give you a little bit of sit-down to end your Monday Night Raw, July 7, 2025 review. Okay, let's get into your sit-down to end your review for Monday Night Raw this week. I have something to share for you guys. 2 things I want to share for you to quick up to end the podcast. The audio platforms from Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and more, to say the least, is coming back to Lucas on YouTube. Well, it's not really YouTube, but it's going to be more audio platforms like Spotify, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio. Maybe the reason why I say iHeartRadio, because I'm returning to an old podcast hosting platform where I can get more ads and more revenue, hopefully, knock on wood. Like the 5th time I did that all freaking review, to say the least. But yeah, I'm bringing back Spreaker. I'm going to go right back to Spreaker. I'm much a liked Red Circle, and it's been growing slowly but surely. It's just, I've missed Spreaker quite a bit because the audio, the ad revenue, to say the least, the ads, to say the least. You get the point, people. I missed that. I didn't get that on Red Circle, because you probably could tell if you listen on Spotify or anything else, so you want to get your podcast is done. I didn't get those little ads, but now I want them back. Hopefully I can get them back, hopefully not going to unless Spreaker freaking changed their freaking platform, and we may find out. Number 6 of the evening, or the afternoon, did knock on wood. But in all seriousness, those audio platforms are now returned to refer to my podcast. And to start with your very review you're seeing right now, your Monday Night Raw, July 7, 2025 review. That'll be your first audio platform. It won't be uploaded right away. I need to get more time enough to get the times enough to upload it to all the public, to say the least. So we have more time to do that, to say the least. So we could be upload, make around next morning, sometimes late afternoon, maybe right after that I record it for YouTube. It doesn't matter. It's all what I feel like to do. I'm talking about upload it for sure. Customize times and lengths of said podcasts for audio platforms, to say the least. Don't worry, if you want to watch straight on YouTube, it'll be right on YouTube as the very first thing to upload. As soon as I get done recordings, I merge all recordings, you get the point. So there you go. That's my first announcement. My second announcement is there'll be another podcast out later this evening. Hopefully. I'm not going to do knock on wood because I already did it again. But hopefully I'm going to just full-fledged type of a YouTube video we usually do. But it's being posted to YouTube and audio at the same time. Be ranking every single WWE Women's World Champion / SmackDown Women's Champion of all time. So yeah, I'm doing those. Hope you all enjoy that one. There's going to be something else to say for that one. I got a lot of women got to rank on that. Remember, there's some duplicates obviously with SmackDown and Women's World titles. I'm going to be ranking the champions specifically, no matter how many reigns they have or what they feel about their defenses, doesn't matter. So how is that if I feel about the rankings of said championships for each wrestler or say the least? You'll understand, we'll discuss that later on this day, to say the least. And that's all I got for you today, man. That's all I got. Your little bit of announcements. Remember, announcements this for regaining the audio platforms of the podcast platforms to say the least, like Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, to say more specific, and Spreaker's return to Lucas Young to say the least. And also, your second announcement will be another upload later on today on YouTube and eventually all audio platforms which will ranking your WWE Women's World Champions and also your SmackDown Women's Champions as well, all in one very upload to say the least. And that's all I got for you today, man. Thank y'all for watching. Lucas Young to say the least for his Monday Night Raw July 7, 2025 review. Today being Tuesday, July 8, 2025. Hope y'all can join me later today on YouTube and all audio platforms when I discuss ranking every single WWE Women's World Champion / SmackDown Women's Champion as well. Until later today, for more content on YouTube and all audio platforms, peace, love, man. Take care. Love you all big time to say the least.